morning.
Hello. Oh, I'm so messy today. How are you?
I just finished fixing mine. I actually want to give a quick shout out to the Hair Express and Christina. I got my head trimmed. It's trimmed a little bit. It's not much, but she did neaten it up. Right now, it doesn't look it because of the headphones and everything else that I got on. But yeah, I
Hmm.
went in because I had started trimming my own bangs. That's not a good thing. I went in with a little bit of a nick in there and I had her fix it. But
Uh,
because
I
when
remember when my daughter tried to do her bangs one time, she cut it like right here.
yeah,
It was so short, like she cut it right here. It was
so you
amazing.
look like lost Annie or something or whatever. Yeah, mine, whenever I first went to the bank, she started longer and she just started going up a bit. So that was good because I
Yes.
mean, that works. But when you got it up there, you can't put it back. So that,
No.
that's not good. Yeah, and I was laughing because I sent Julie a bit of a clip, with this perimenopause, menopause thing that us ladies go through. The new word is cougar puberty. There's no menopause, it's cougar puberty. So think about it.
Or puberty for short, like he says in the video, puberty.
Puberty, yeah,
So,
puberty, yeah.
yeah.
That's what it is. I think that's a lot better way of saying it. So anyway, yep.
Absolutely.
So I did hit
Oh, we
the
have a we have a. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
I was just gonna say, I mean, not only puberty or cougar puberty, I hit the big 64 plus one birthday on Friday as well. So that didn't
Happy
help, but I don't feel like it, so we're all good.
happy birthday. So what did you do for your birthday?
We
Did you have a
actually
wedding to go to?
we actually went. Sheldon took me. We were gonna go to Lac Casino in Hull. I've not been there with him. So we went past that to a little town called Old Chelsea, and it's all kinds of little pubs.
Yes.
And so he had picked one out. We had supper there, which was really nice, and the surroundings are really pretty too. And we stopped
Yeah.
before we went there. We actually went to Bath and Body in Saint Laurent Mall and stocked up on our hand soaps because I love that stuff. So we spent an hour smelling, the two of us. It was good. Smelled the soaps together, and then just stopped in at Lac Casino. Came out with what I went in with, which is good. Didn't get the big
Okay.
win, but and then Tuesday we're getting together with my sister, brother-in-law, and just going to do a supper in Cornwall. So we're extending it a little bit, but nothing major, just something quiet. It was nice.
Well,
That's
it's a milestone. It's a. Oh my God, my hair today. It's a milestone. It's. I
it
got
is.
the rooster um, up there. Anyways, okay. So the show today is a follow up to last week's show. So if you watched the show last week, we had the Cornwall mayor on, and he came to talk about the situation at Lamoureux Park,
Mhm.
the situation with homelessness and what's happening, what they're doing, what they can, what they cannot do. So we had all this stuff covered. And we were going to have the guest that we have today on, but there were some technical difficulties, so we could not talk to her last week, which turned out better in a way because the mayor had so much to say, and I'm
Yep.
sure Tina has so much to say that this warrants a full show. So, My-Liis, I'll let you introduce our guest.
Yeah, so today we're really happy to have Tina Point, co-founder of the Unity Street Help Association with us. And Tina works directly with the tent encampments with the homeless and I see Unity Street Help Association in many places, not just helping
So
the people, but
that's the big difference from what we did last week. Like
yeah,
last week was more like a governmental um, theory, like
yeah,
what's happening at a government level.
hmm,
Tina is on the ground,
yeah.
so she sees
Yeah.
firsthand what's happening. So welcome, Tina.
Oh, thanks.
Welcome.
Hi, everyone.
We'll just have you just introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about Unity Street Help Association, how and when it started, what it does, that
Mhm.
kind of
All right. So I believe we started back in 2020 to 2021. There was a few of us. We spoke about it often. Like there's homelessness. It's like a hidden population in Cornwall, and a lot of us worked did volunteer in other cities like Montreal, Ottawa, Toronto. So it was just like a few of us that were talking about it, and then so it was me, myself, my son Tyrese Wampakalu, and Pete Hassel. We just got together and just made a solid plan how to get started, and then everything just kind of opened up after that. It was like I believe it was right before the pandemic. Yeah, it was right before the pandemic. There was a lot of things going on at that time. There was so much stuff, and so we were kind of getting busy. We were just learning. We all kind of it's the basic things though. We just knew how to take care of other people, like vulnerable people, look out for them. So it started like that. And then there was like, yeah, COVID. I believe there was also a fentanyl crisis going on too.
yeah.
And yeah, so we kind of started out like that was more or less handing out Narcan kits and reaching out to people
Okay.
because there was a lot of drug overdoses, and so it was like a lot of people were, just like messaging me and stuff about it. So we just got the ball rolling, and we've been recruited a lot of volunteers, and it just grew after that. And we learned so many different things. Like a lot of my volunteers also during that time, a lot of them were saving like there was one guy up to 18 people he saved, and so there was like a lot of things like that going on. And then the homeless people they started to come out of the different areas because I was speaking to someone about how a lot of people just have a lot of people in homes now, like and that's like another homeless where they're couch surfing, so they just bounce
Hmm.
different. Yeah, there's a few different types of homeless people. It's like if they go through major life changes, like it's almost like an so like or it could be like a really bad event they went through, and it's emergency situations, and basically those are temporary homeless. We see a lot of that. They come and then they go on. Yeah, so
We've lost.
oh, it glitched a little.
Yeah, I think,
Okay,
Tina, I'm gonna put you on audio only, because your
okay,
camera takes a lot of resources. So can you still hear me?
yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, perfect. So I think that if you have the audio only, it's not gonna cut out as much. So continue. Sorry about that.
Okay, so it's all good.
Yep.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
can hear
so
you now.
oh, okay then, all right. Yeah, so yeah, so it kind of spread out after that, and there was like and it changed throughout the years. So there was we used to hand out like meals also, and like warm meals. It would be maybe once a week. It was just so like different. We were just trying to see what works best for everybody.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Yeah, because I had seen your, I think you have a truck or a van or something at the Loose Caboose at one point. People were lined up. I think you hand
Oh,
out
okay,
there,
that
right?
was um I forget the name of it, but Yeah, there's a few different vehicles and stuff. They came later, but I do believe a lot of us had worked with um few different few different nonprofits or people that go out there, and we kind of like basically gave them the rundown how to get it started, where's the best areas and different stuff like that. I know before the 105 center started also too, there was a few of us that were going into meetings with some of the ones that were starting it. So
Okay.
there's a lot of stuff that we've done within the community on just different levels, like try to work with people. I have some meetings I attend, but I haven't attended them lately, and it's with different people in the city.
Okay. So we're
And
gonna start the questions. I have a question here, Marlies.
okay,
So, yeah, so here's a question that's come in, Tina. So many people have negative assumptions about those who are homeless. Like a lot of people just think that they're drug addicts, right? They don't see anything else. So how can we shift public perception and bring more compassion to this issue?
well, can you hear me?
Yep,
Yep.
we can hear you.
Okay, because you kind of faded out, but okay then. So yeah, there's a lot of negative assumptions about this, and I think that the people of Cornwall need to have more compassion because a lot of it is drug addicts, people with mental illnesses, and like I was saying, was some people go through like major life changes. Like some people's house that it could burn down. There's people that are running from abusive situations. Um, there's we could talk about human trafficking. There's a lot of people that are running from being trafficked, and everybody wants to just have a safe stay, like a place to stay, and so it's like a lot of us, the volunteers. It's almost like they have like experience out on the streets, and there's just a whole different bunch of volunteers. But the one thing that we all have in common is having like um, a lot of compassion for those people, and it's so because we understand like where they're coming from. If a lot of people would just sit down with some of the homeless and listen to their story, they would be like shocked. And it's like some are beyond, like I can't say that they're beyond getting help, but there needs to be more like mental
More
health
support necessary.
yeah, support, yeah. So because a lot of like there is so much stuff like I've sat with and it all depends like in a lot of them, like it's a small community, everybody knows everybody. So a
Hmm.
lot of times there's people with a mental illness who got in a car accident or something. There's a lot of elders out there now. So there's a lot of things. There is like there is the ones that I will call it bad apples. Those are the ones that are like they have a mental illness. Um, they're doing drugs, and then they go into psychosis. So they're not all there basically at all. Like they're on another level, and it's like it gets scary and everything. So it's like and then there's like there's a there's some of those types, and then no, there's the ones that just want to get through. There's people that have jobs, and it's like I think even being homeless and being in encampment too, it causes a lot of triggers. Like a lot of people get PTSD from it because there's outside people that creep in the tents. They unzip it. Some people show up drugged right out or drunk and trying to abuse the homeless. There's so much things that go on that we don't really talk about, or we're not. It's not public, but But at the end of the day, it all goes down to people having trauma and stuff, like
Mhm.
PTSD, or like and even like with the mental illness, they went through some sort of abuse in their life, or something happened. So I think that's where is we can't be
We can't label
look.
everybody with one label, more
The
or less.
same.
Yeah, yeah, and a lot of them are hurting because there's like you get, and it's even more so. But this is just for Cornwall. I can talk about because it's like it's another story on there's been homeless all over North America, but for Cornwall, yeah, and we got to understand too. A lot of people are grieving. There was a lot of fentanyl overdoses. A lot of people lost friends. A lot of that is traumatic. And then there's like then COVID. A lot of people lost people, family, friends through COVID. So
Mhm.
it's just a big where people need more passion, basically compassion.
So
Right.
basically, a lot of the issues end up like they're mental health issues that people have.
Yeah.
Because I had seen on Facebook too that there was a father was talking. This was during the summer. He was like you say, he was still working. There was a mother and I think three or four children, and they just couldn't afford to make ends meet with the rent payments and stuff, so they resorted to living in a tent when they got evicted. And he was saying that it was okay for the summer because he could tell the younger kids that they were camping. But his problem was what happens when school starts in the fall and they're still in a tent camping. How does he explain that? So that kind of hit me hard because it's not just people doing drugs and drinking. It's like normal people who are still working and having this kind of issue that they end up homeless. So are you seeing a lot of that then?
Yeah, I am. I'm seeing a lot of people. A lot of people are like self-sufficient. They can make it out there on their own. Like they have some sort of income, and yeah. So there's a lot of that.
But
There's
it, with with the rents being the way they are, like it's not surprising to see like a family choosing to maybe stay in a tent for 3 months while they accumulate money so they can get their first and last, and the rents the rents are so high right now.
yeah, yeah, they
Like
are,
I
and
don't know what I would do because I have a big family too. Like I don't know, I'd probably be struggling if I didn't buy my house 10 years ago.
yeah. Like even for myself, I think it was a few years. I was like I had gotten a little tiny home, a cabin, and so it was yeah, because the rent is so high and everything, and it was like to buy a tiny home cabin was like first, last, and security deposit, and then
Hmm.
a little extra. So like I made a choice. Like, am I gonna go rent or? And it was so expensive, so I choose to do that.
Yeah, yeah,
Well,
makes sense.
yeah, somebody was saying where the rents used to be five to $700 a month. They're now 1,200 to 1,450. So it
Yeah,
has gone up. It's gone up a lot.
yeah, it does. And I noticed like a lot of people complain that there's like for social service or ODSP, like there's not much left afterwards, and then the food is up also. So it's like it's kind of like coming at people in different ways.
Yeah,
So we've got a
they
question from Chris Monroe. She's saying, are those that are fleeing domestic violence or human trafficking being directed to local support systems in place, like Maison Baldwin House?
Yeah, there's we have just so much volunteers that it's like it's almost like we all just know each other within the big circle, and so we some people they get sent there to the Baldwin House. Some people go there. Like we give a lot of the homeless people as soon as we meet them all the different options. Some are willing to tell their story right away, and then some aren't. Eventually, they tell it, and that's when we start pulling all our it's like we have a big networking system, so we just make phone calls and reach out to different people, and then they start working with them. We always make sure to for them to contact human resources in the city, and sometimes like some of the government agencies reach out to me too, and they ask for if we can help someone that's homeless because they ran out of options, or stuff like that. And so there's a lot of different, just working together with everybody.
So how many volunteers do you have right now?
Right
Like
now it
existing?
seems like probably 50 up, but a lot of our volunteers are they were homeless before, and when they got a place they came back and they started helping. So even some are do security when it gets rough out there, and then we have volunteer security, and so a lot of them have experience in being homeless. They have that compassion. They a lot of
Yeah.
them. It's like there's so many that it's like I'll just go make visits at the camps now. I'm not really there. And I always we usually right away we usually when the camps start forming, we just pick someone who can do that. Look out for the people. Try to the best they could. Something like a little security. So they gather information. Sometimes we send donations there. They hand it out, and different stuff like that. Then we have outsiders who come in and sit around with the homeless, and yeah.
So do you have a presence at the camp like all the time, or does it come and go?
Um, I would say that it's sometimes there's homeless that experienced it before, then something didn't work out, and they end up back at the camps, and so it's always somebody that we know ends up homeless that are, and then they're at the camps, and it's we don't look down on everybody. It's like a lot of people, they do their best. They even pull in donations to help, or they have resources and different stuff like that, or friends who donate, and it's just like it's kind of like a little, just like a little effect that just shoots down, and just everybody is helpful with it. But I do think that more people should help on the outside just to understand what's really going on, instead of taking to Facebook and complaining and believing all the
Yeah.
rumors. And it's
Yeah,
like,
well, speaking of Facebook, I think that a big factor why some people are not going is because they're scared, right? Like,
Yeah.
because when an incident happens, it's blown out of a proportion because Facebook is like a wildfire, right? It goes like, and I like we spoke last week as to if the fears were warranted or not, and if there's real, real reasons to have concerns, because some people are afraid now to go walk in the park. So like I think it's hard for the outsiders to kind of gauge.
yeah, and so yeah, there's a lot of talk about that too. It's dangerous out there and everything, and it is dangerous out there. While doing security, sometimes I help do security too, and just we what we do is we have different vehicles and parked in different areas where we're just sitting there watching what's going on. And there was one, and then there was a situation where a woman, a young homeless woman, was walking back into the camp, and there was a guy hovering around, and he started to follow her into the dark. Then he turned around out of a sudden and then came towards where we were sitting, kind of looked at us. So we questioned her and asked her about it. And it turned out this guy has been stalking her. There's a lot of people that prey on the homeless, both men and women, especially the elders out there. So, and it's hard, the camps, how we say it is kind of look out for each other, do your best to look out for each other. But again, then it's then there's drug addicts that they want safety too. So they come around and they end up, and we can't refuse anybody. So then it becomes mixed. Sometimes it's sober, then it gets mixed, and then it's all just kind of like we just learn to go with the flow. Sometimes it's up and sometimes it's down the way it is, and
Yeah.
Because, well, that's, if you're homeless and you're there with a family and there's people that, I mean, sadly doing drugs or have mental health issues, that's scary in itself because, like you say, they're all mixed together. So,
yeah,
it's not a safe environment even for the homeless.
no, it's not. It's just like it becomes dangerous, and but there's times where it's like it could be all calm and like be going for weeks and weeks, and then something will happen. A lot of the women, the younger women, get stalked, and I know that for sure. Like a lot of them, throughout the years, there was kidnappings too, at the homeless encampments too for like women, and there was attempted kidnaps. There's harassment. There's all sorts of things
So,
coming in from the outside.
so let me ask you this: like, what kind of police presence do you see on the grounds? Is it like, do they visit regularly?
Um, they more or less like pull up in the parking lots and leave. We don't really bother with them. Like it's more like our security is, you know, we're looking out for everybody. But there is people though that we do tell them like if there isn't security or nobody to help or anything, like reach out and call the police. Like we're like call them first, not us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we were chatting
Maurice,
at
there's a
one,
question there.
yeah, we were chatting at one point, Tina, and you're saying that there's quite a lot of seniors experiencing homelessness as well. So,
Yes.
I mean, when you're older, you've got more challenges already. So, what kind of challenges are they facing, and what supports are more urgently needed when you're a senior out on the streets?
Some of them is walking to the washrooms, the porta potties. It's kind of far for them. Some we've had to ask for like donations for walkers. I think we might have asked for a wheelchair at one time. At one camp, there was a time where we had a blind senior, and
Hmm.
he was like, it was really hard because he didn't have nobody but the people within the camp, so they were taking turns taking care of him, and it was like the most hardest thing. Like a lot of people couldn't handle it, and they were like, we got our own problems, and then after a while it was like a lot of people weren't able to be there like 24/7 for this guy, and then he didn't want to go. He was being stubborn, but after a while he understood. We were kind of all telling him, you need to get help. So sometimes like some people, some are stubborn, but it's actually, just talking to them and, like showing compassion, like I said, getting them, where they got to go. And some of them are having mental breakdowns during this. So it's just like just be it's the number one thing is being there for them.
Right.
Yeah, 'cause we
Making
were,
them
Yeah.
feel like they're human.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah, for sure.
we heard also from the mayor too that they are trying to place people and at the same time get them help for their mental health issues and be able to incorporate them back into the community. But he was saying that there's also people, like you say, are stubborn and don't want help. What,
Yeah.
what can you do about that?
We
Like,
treat them just it's like okay, so it's like having we look at each other, we look at everybody like their family. So it's like having a stubborn elder relative that does not want to go to a home or something. But yet we're gonna sit there and walk with them. We're not gonna push them, we're not gonna stress them out. We're like again, we're gonna show compassion and be there for them until they're ready. Then they
mhm,
go. So that's what we noticed. And but yeah, a lot of us, I heard a lot of people, a lot of the security and people complaining like we take care of. This is the old age home camps now, and like a lot of people, we didn't sign up for this, and it was like it was sad to see that, but it's like everybody did the best they could, the volunteers and the homeless people.
I'm seeing people posting on Facebook pictures of needles and garbage and stuff. Like, what's happening there? Like, why is there needles in the park? Why do
Yeah,
they
there's
keep doing that?
like I said, there is some type of homeless that it's like they're really like they're in psychosis, or they're, like
Mhm,
they have a mental illness, they're in psychosis. Some are just really sloppy, and they're like they just leave it anywhere, and we know who the people are, like we know them, and we've many times we had to help clean up, and we tell them, and we have like security or whoever, we don't want that around here, don't be doing needles. And we've even walked through the parks, like a lot of the homeless, we've told them, when you are walking, just, oh, look for needles and stuff, pick it up, because and people, this person or that person, or we find out who did it, and and it's just yeah, it's there's just a lot of people that are just really careless, and it's
and
basically they're like off the deep end, basically.
and that makes it really hard on everybody else because that is one of the things that people are complaining about. They don't want to walk down near the waterfall area. They don't want to walk through the park because there is needles and garbage, and kids play around that. So I mean, I know you can get the yellow bins that to put the needles and stuff in. I'm sure that kind of stuff must be around the camps.
Yeah,
The bins that,
we've handed out some of those also, and we've like along with the Narcan kits too, we hand out, and we try to. Well, it's just basically just talking to a lot of them, like that do needles. Um, those those people aren't. I can't say they're not really. Sometimes they come into the camp and they end up like wanting to move because too many people is like on their case about it. Like, you got to stop using, you can't be, clean up
mhm,
after yourself. Like, there is arguments, there's yelling in the camp, and too, like, there's people, there's a lot of, I can't say it's chaos, but there's a lot of people that are like men and women that are highly stressed, and there's like other people, they go in and they steal each other's stuff. Like, there's like those are the ones that are like the bad drug addicts, and they make it hard for everybody else that are in the encampments.
yeah, because
So
that
it's
that I say that's what makes people really upset about these places because of the few bad apples. My one of my concerns is with winter coming on, what's going to happen to the people? Is there anywhere that they can go? Or I like to say some people just don't want to go. They don't want to be placed in a building where there's rules and things like that, maybe that they have, they don't lose their freedom. Like what's going to happen in the winter this year?
so there's like it's not that they're losing their freedom, and it's not that they want that to be like that's like a lot of people are saying, the ones that are refusing to go in and get help, and it's everybody doesn't want to be out there, and
Hmm.
they don't want to, they want housing, they want apartments, but
Hmm.
some are stubborn. Like, this is one big thing, a lot of them don't like the government. They
Okay.
hate on the government, they don't like to talk to some are like really mean to when like some of the housing come around, or they don't want their help, or they refuse to talk to them, and they want to help themselves and wait for that opportunity. And so there's people like that too that are out there, like they want to get, they don't want to rely on the government, because well, plus too, we always say that a lot of people say it's like a lot of these people fell through the cracks of the system in some sort of way.
We've got a question here from a listener. What is the current known homeless numbers, including the outlying camps? Do you have a rough
So
idea of how many?
There might be about, there could be like, so there's actually three camps. There's one in the woods near Freshco.
Mm,
That's there's like about maybe five people camped out, but I'm not too sure about that one. Um, so in I was counting, there's about 15 to 20 in the camps along the water.
okay.
But then you have to count the outside. So we are trying to like do a rough estimate, and we are saying maybe about 40 to 50, and then there's people that's in the inner city that are camped out in yards
Okay.
or living in sheds. There's a lot of that too.
And
Hmm.
that's the kind of thing that we don't see. We don't see that. We just kind of see the tents near, especially near the curling club. You see that as you're coming down Water Street. But yeah, there's, like you say, there's people, and then there's homeless people couch surfing. It's
Yeah,
it seems to be really bad this year. Like I haven't like I haven't seen so many people out on the streets as I have this year. Have you
no.
noticed that it's worse this year?
Every year it gets worse, and so there's like there was some people opening up their homes, and I remember in the spring, I think it was getting to be spring, and there was 21 people staying in there, and they were just complaining they can't handle it, so they were telling them, okay, now it's getting warmer out, you guys leave, you got to leave. So, and that's another thing that happens during the winter, and we have people that'll contact us, and then we'll send certain people that can stay with them, and so there is a lot of houses like that too.
We have another question too. Is Parisian Manor at capacity currently, or do they have room to take more people in?
I'm not sure, but um, someone just got pulled out of the camp near the aquatic center. He was there pretty much all summer. He was an elder, and so he just got a place. Another one, he was an well, we'll say pre-elder in his like 50s, and he was part of our security too. So about maybe 3 weeks ago, he got pulled into the Parisian manor. So there
Okay.
is people going in, but there is also people spilling out too. It's like some it doesn't work out for them in there, and then they end up back on the streets. And I don't know if they have issues. I don't know what their issues are. It's all different. We can't really like pinpoint one, like one person did
Hmm.
this, so 10 others did that. Like that's what's going on in the media now. It's not like that. Every situation is different.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know if there's like when they are agreeing to go to Parisian Manor, for example, are there conditions? Do they have like, for example, if they are users, do they have to promise not to use anymore? Are they like, do you know if there's rules
Um,
that kind of are
I believe you can't
preventing
use
them?
in I believe you can't use in the building, but right there it's they take anybody, but
Okay.
it's just anybody, and then I do believe they have like someone from housing maybe or social services that help guide them to
Okay.
like, and
Hmm.
then it's like the once they get through that, then they get on the well, the people I know got sent to that Ninth Street apartment, the big apartment building.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's just they just made it finished it maybe a few years ago.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's different scenarios like that happen also, and
I want to
you know
tell the I want to tell the viewers that if they have any questions, they can type them in the comment box, and we'll ask Tina. So don't hesitate if you have any questions. Type them in. Don't be shy.
I've got a quick question though, Tina. You keep mentioning the elders. What does that mean?
the elders,
Yeah,
it's the older people. We like maybe
The
in our
elders.
culture, it's yeah, the elders. Like in our culture, we say the elders if they're like over what, around 60 and plus or 65 plus. So it's
Okay.
just our way of saying that that's how we refer to them.
To the elders kind of thing,
Yeah,
the
the
older people,
elders type, the
the older
oldest, the
people.
older people. Yeah.
Yeah, the older people. Now, the other thing too is I had heard that there's a lot of people who are homeless are just being bought into Cornwall and dropped off because, from like out of smaller cities. Is that true?
Um. No, I don't. I don't think it's true, but there is people like I mean, people travel from city to city.
Mm,
Some people end up here for some sort of reason, and they're not from here, and they get stuck here. Like I
okay.
said, there's different scenarios, but as far as I knew that the city of Cornwall was paying for a lot of homeless people to get sent to Ottawa, and so I know that for sure is because we keep track of some of the ones that are out in Ottawa, and we also have volunteers out there. So when we have like a missing persons, we have someone we got to look for. We're kind of connected with Ottawa and Montreal too. We're working on Toronto and a few other places, and it's just to keep in contact with the other street helps. And
Mhm.
yeah,
So basically, they're sent to bigger cities where there might be more help for them then.
there's they have like more walk-in shelters, for instance.
Yeah, because we don't really. Is there anything in Cornwall at all? I don't think there's any shelters in Cornwall, is there, for the homeless?
No, no walk-in shelters. Yeah, there's I've helped. There's a few houses that were known, but I've had like many people come right to my cabin, like to the main. It's like an office cabin for street help. I had many people knocking on my door, looking for maybe just extra clothes or like a jacket or a blanket, or they might need propane, or they're really stuck. They know where to go. They got sent to me. So, a lot of times, like I'll have the wood stove going, and now it's just put on a can of soup, or make soup, and I help guide them and get them on their way. And it's like mostly like people that I know. It's like it's never strangers. Like we're
Hmm.
really we're like a really tight community on the island. So it's like or it's like a friend or a family member will refer them to me, or can you reach out, or can we tell them to stop by? Can you like just hook them up with something? It's an emergency. So there are those types of emergencies, and some people
Now we
just
have.
end up. Okay, what was that?
Oh, I was just going to say we have another question. Somebody asked, is saying, Tina, are there youth in the camps as well? What kind of ages are you seeing in the camps?
Okay, yeah. So just recently there was a family had a situation. Well, yeah, there was every now and then there's youth. Um, oh, I can't hear you.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay. So yeah, so we had um, yeah, there was youth in that. Recently there is a single father out camped out someplace. Where he's camped out, it's like a hidden place. So he gets visits with his two daughters. So that's kind of difficult. And I just came across him, and I know, like I personally know him, and I didn't know he was going through that. And so yeah, like a lot of people, like someone sent, hey, this person's over there, and he has his kids. So I went and checked on him, and he said that the mother has him most of the time, but when he gets his visitations, they go to the tent with him, and they are about I'm just gonna guess because I seen them. It could be maybe about like 3 years old and five. They're two little girls. So he's usually out there, and he usually has a friend with him, and they're just sitting around watching the kids. And I
I'm
have
just,
a, oh, what
go
was
ahead.
that?
No, no,
Oh,
go
and
ahead.
there was a family that was camped out on the at one of the camps, but they're in a hotel right now, so they're split up in two rooms. But I can't hear you.
Oh, we're not saying
We're
anything
not
right now.
talking.
Oh,
We're just listening.
okay.
We're just
Yeah.
listening to you. We're just wondering though, are there any, I'm just wondering if that question might be, are there any like younger people who are by themselves living in the camps?
Like, yeah,
Um.
like teenagers maybe, or
Teenagers?
Um. No, we haven't seen that. Sometimes there is younger ones that come, and we try to put them with someone or the right place, or try to get them off the street as fast as possible. Like
Okay.
so that we don't see too much of that. But when it is, there's it's usually like we kind of up the security and everything, and get people to watch out for them.
Yeah, because that's a scary situation in itself for the people that are
Yeah,
coming into the camps.
yeah, it is. Yeah.
But again, we've seen on Facebook people are scared to go down to the park or walk in certain areas. Is there fear? Is should they be fearing going down there or?
Um, at night, yes, I believe so, and I think basically anywhere in Cornwall, it's not just at the water, and it's not just by the camps. There's a lot of things that are going on all over Cornwall. There's a lot of
Mhm.
people that's camped out in different areas. There's a lot of predators. There's predators at the mall. It's like there's stuff, we hear of people trying to, pick up women or, men, or someone's getting harassed or something. So it's all over. Like it's kind of crazy out there, and but yeah.
yeah, I think keep your kids home at night, people. Just
Yeah,
Yeah, and
exactly.
um,
there's
my
like
son was just, whoops,
there's so
sorry. My
much
son was just telling me that one of his friends just got attacked out of nowhere walking down the street. It's kind of wild.
yeah, so yeah, that even there was a younger guy that was like he's a college student. He had left the camp, and he said he got jumped by younger guys that could have been near the mall someplace. So that's away from the camp. There's another thing where there was a woman that was walking in between camps and got attacked. And a lot of times I'm not there, but I usually, I hope that they call the police.
Yeah,
Yeah, the lady that we had Chris Monroe on last week, who's one of her comments really started this topic, and she
Okay.
said she was walking down there at 9:30 one morning and she witnessed an assault. It was a girl who was assaulted and yelling for help. This was at 9:30 in the morning.
Yeah, there's actually I'm not sure if that was just anybody, but like we usually get reports, like people, the homeless will tell people, okay, tell Tina or street anybody comes from street help what's going on or what happened. And there is actually like there is women that are experience domestic violence right now being camped out.
mm,
Like there
wow.
was yeah, there's, and it's like we keep trying to check up on her, and the guy keeps moving her, and they're
Oh,
all over, and then it's just like like that. And so usually um sometimes then when they get camp out too far, not everybody wants to go way out there. Like it's like we just it becomes more dangerous out there. There's a lot of people tell us different stories, and that's not safe for the kids to be out there anyway. Like out there
no.
now, because there's so much people camped out. Like there was one guy that was camped out like way further in. Like another homeless woman had said, "Yeah, this guy's creepy. He has like kids' toys and kids' clothes in his camp in his tent." And so I was like, then I didn't hear from her, and I'm like trying to find out, well, where's the tent? Like, so there's a lot of different areas where they camp out. So to us, I'm like, we think that's creepy for, someone who's doing that. Like, But like we said, there's a lot of mental illness and people in psychosis, and it's like these drugs weren't around here before. Like the drugs they're taking now, it's really different. So and it's not just Cornwall; it's all over.
Yeah.
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 We
So
So, so listen, to end this discussion, I want to ask, how can people help?
mhm.
Where do you need help? What can we do? Is there like places to drop off food or clothes? Is there like, what do you need?
yeah, we could. What they can do is what I was going to do is we thought of this, and it's almost like it's something where we're going to get volunteers where you pick a certain homeless individual, and you kind of become their friend. You help them, like you help them get to their appointments, or if you become like advocate for them too. If they need something, just post it on. That's just something that we're just trying to create now. We're thinking because what's lacking is a lot of compassion for the homeless in the community, and they need that. They need, even drug addicts. You need to show them, that they're still important and everything, and try to show them a different way. And I think that's important. So if anybody wanted to donate, you can just, send me a message on Unity Street Help, and we try to get it to it. I have like maybe three others that work on the page too. So we try to. Sometimes we're not always on it, but we try to get to the messages. So we're starting to create, something along with and my son Tyrese Mampaklu, co-founder. He's trying to take in donations where it's like a sleeping bag, a tarp, maybe a thick mug to keep hot soup in, and like just the basics: warm socks, lawn johns, maybe a hoodie, extra fleece, or even if you don't have shoes. And like a lot of the donations are mostly sitting in people's like closets or they haven't used them for a while. And that's how we've learned that's how Unity Street Help has learned to survive, is in that way to help the homeless too.
So
It's just the
So
big
I
basically,
net.
put the Facebook page on the chat, so people, you can see the link to the Facebook page of Unity Street. If you
Yeah.
have anything or are interested in volunteering, you can message the page directly, and then Tina
Yes.
will get back to you.
And I really strongly believe that we can't we can't rely on the government to, I think it's just like compassionate people, trying to make a difference and, get them out of there. And so we've done that. Like we have a lot of support in Akwesasne for homeless people or drug addicts, and there's rehabs, detoxes, women's shelters. There's like transitional homes. Like and then we have, on the Canadian side, then we have the U.S. side. They also have stuff. So like so there's not that much indigenous people or people from Akwesasne out on the streets right now. So and that's just us how we do it. We take care of each other. We see them having a problem, we start giving them that tough talk, tough love, you know, just basically try and get them on their way and get out of this, because like again, all of this whole mess is linked to like PTSD and trauma and all different sorts of stuff. So that's why we try to say have compassion for them. And a lot of people that get out of this situation, they're like knowledge keepers. They can become really good counselors and come back,
mhm,
give back to the
mhm.
community. And I see that with a lot of the younger women and men who experience homelessness. They're going to college to be social workers and stuff like that. And we help
Yeah.
them. We help guide them. So yeah,
Yeah.
so there's a lot of good stuff just being there for people.
I know I was shopping at Freshco. This was quite a ways back, and it was so sad. There was she might have been 17, 18 or something like that, going through the garbage can. I'm like, how awful is that? So I did go by and I gave her a little something to help her out. But again,
Yeah,
it's just she wasn't asking for help. She wasn't saying anything. She was just rummaging through the garbage, and it just broke my heart to see that. Just
yeah,
awful.
it is. And I think that like a lot of them like a lot of the homeless tell me there's certain times of the night or different stuff where they throw out food in the dumpsters and that. But it's like, why couldn't these different people just donate it, put out a box in the front for homeless? It's expired, so who cares? People will eat it.
But you know
you
why,
know
right? People sue. Like, yeah, it's insane that we live in a society where this food goes to waste because the people are scared that if somebody gets sick, they're gonna sue them. You know,
Hmm.
it's insane. It's the
yeah.
same with restaurants too. There's so much food that goes to waste. So much.
Yeah, but and then it's like it's just human compassion right there. Like,
Mhm.
don't throw it in the dumpster. Maybe put it aside and reach out. Like, we've had people who said that too. Like, can we reach out if we have too much food? Can we send it to you? Can we send it to the camps? And we accept it. Like, there's
Yeah.
different grocery stores. Not too many though, but there's different situations like that. Restaurants, even there's big events. They'll If they have leftovers, they'll reach out to us.
Yeah, we do. My hubby's a DJ, so we do a lot of weddings, and we see, a lot of food. So
Oh yeah,
I mentioned too at the end of the night, why don't you donate this instead of
Donate it.
throwing it out? It's
yeah.
sad.
Right.
So I think hopefully with this new networking and all the volunteers we get, and like my son, he's gonna be out there like taking information with people. They will try to match them up with like volunteers, or after we kind of have to screen them if we don't know them, or they need references, and maybe I'm thinking that we could make a difference like that, and you know and just see, maybe, basic, that's what we need in this world though right now, is more, type of one
Compassion.
love stuff. Yeah, and compassion.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
So,
thank you,
oh,
Tina,
you're
for coming to
welcome.
talk to us. We were talking before that maybe we will try to bring people some of the stories from the camps, like Tina might be able to do some testimonials kind of things, so we can hear from the people themselves and see, the situations as what's going on. So
yeah.
keep on watching the show, and we'll try to bring that over to you. But thank you, Tina, for coming
Oh,
to
you're
talk to you,
welcome.
and
Yeah,
we'll have you
thanks.
back.
Yes, you're welcome.
Yeah,
All right. Have a good day.
you've given us a lot of good information and like insight as to
Absolutely.
what's really
Yeah,
going
I
on.
hope I was, doing notes all night, and then I was like, no, just go with the flow with my heart.
Well,
Yeah.
that's the best.
You did.
Have a great day.
Yeah. You too. Have a
Thanks.
good day. Okay,
Bye
bye.
Thanks.
bye.
Bye for
Ona.
now.
All right.
Yeah,
Well, that was informative.
it was. It
Yep.
kind of helps
You
you see things from
need
the
to
other
stop
side.
turning a blind eye.
Yeah,
People
people
need to
need,
stop turning a blind eye to these people. Yes.
and
Ah,
that
um,
that that is happening. We need more compassion, but at the other side too, you're kind of nervous to go there because you don't know
yeah,
what
I
is going
get
to
that.
come back at you. So people are worried about it, nervous. So, you know,
Well,
it's
yeah, I mean,
like
like I can imagine what Chris went through. Like it must be such a traumatic experience. At 9:30 in the morning, you go for a walk, and then all of a sudden, this
this.
happens. Like like it affects other people's mental health now. It's kind of like a
See,
snowball
there
effect.
was a situation again on Facebook. People are talking though in the East End. There was some woman crying for help and yelling and screaming, and people are going, "Oh, she does that all the time. Just ignore her. She does that all the time." But what do you do? Just keep ignoring people or seeing if they really do need help? I don't know.
Yeah,
It's such a sad situation,
it is.
especially because we were
So
down.
very emotional show today.
It was, and I that was one thing too. On Friday, we drove back through downtown Ottawa, and you see the homeless sitting around, and one guy, he looked like he was again maybe 18 or a little older, was sleeping, clinging onto his bicycle. Like,
Mhm.
that broke my heart again too, because that's probably the only thing he has, and if he doesn't sleep like that, it's going to get taken away from him.
Yeah,
So
I think we need to look at um, innovative solutions. We need to try to, think outside the box
Hmm.
and listen to suggestions. Like the governments have to listen to suggestions, and we need to do more as a society. Like, you know. Anyways, I guess that's it for today. And
Yeah,
I don't think we have anything lined up for next week, but I'm sure we'll find a very interesting guest to come and talk to us again.
I just wanted to say
So,
if any of our listeners have any ideas on guests that we could maybe contact, it would be awesome to hear from you. Just info@theseeker.ca. Give us an email, and be just make sure you get out on the this weekend, the 27th and the 28th, for the Apples and Art Studio tour throughout STNG. Visit the all the artists. They'll be opening their studios, so you can check them all out.
all
On
right.
that note,
Awesome. So, on that note, have a great day.
and a super duper week. Bye for now.
Bye for now.